Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Juma Mubarak for all Muslims and good Friday for all Christians and non-Muslims alike. We are here this afternoon also to digest on some kind of issues in Islam. Some issues that have led to some controversies amongst Muslims and Christians relating to the reason why we bow or prostrate in worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, especially when we are in Salah. Salat means prayer, a ritual prayers for the Muslims. And we have 5 daily prayers, which are obligatory for all Muslims. Other prayers are nawafil, which is what not obligatory, but mustahab to do so. Now, why do we bow down and put our head on the ground, or our knees on the ground when praying salah? Is it polytheism? Is it polytheism, or is it what? Halal, or is it ibadah for Muslims? Is it something that is tawheed, or something that is accepted by Allah, or is it rejected by Allah? The Christians who see from the other angle, they say we worship the what? The Kaaba, or bowing to an image, which they claim the image is supposedly Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in their own language. They say that Allah is an idol that we worship. So we bow down facing the Kaaba. So we want to correct this misconception. And by doing so, I have to quote some verses in the Bible and also the Quran. But precisely because we are trying to clarify the points by addressing the Christians to enable them to understand the point why we Muslims prostrate and bow in prayers. Now, the word prostration in the Greek language is called proskuneo, and is found many places in the New Testament. Now, the word bow or prostration as well in the Hebrew language is called shasha. So I'm here to explain it. Now, this word bow or prostration is referred in the Bible more than 70,000 times. There's 70 times in the Bible. Now, some prophets of old do the prostration. Either the prophets or the followers of the prophets, they prostrated as a symbol, either by obedience or by worshipping. Now, obedience is, for example, when you respect or revere a very high authority above you, either a prophet or a king or even a minister. Now let's go some points. Quoting from now, to bring this stage by stage. Now go to Genesis chapter 43 verse 26 to 28. Also Genesis chapter 42 verse 6. It was reported, please take down those verses as I quote. It was reported that when Joseph was in Egypt, the brothers came in after being realizing or regretting the actions of selling their brother to Potiphar's. They saw their brother as one of the ministers of Pharaoh at that time. They came and visited him. When they saw him, they bowed down. This is what the Bible tells us. They bowed down and put their heads on the ground. It's a sign of obedience, obeisance, not worship. Now we go again, the same Genesis. We look at Genesis chapter 49, verse 8. This is for obedience, for higher authorities. Judah, one of the children of Jacob, Judah was children of Jacob at that time. He himself, when according to what God told him, that your children of your father will bow down before you. It's a prophecy, and they actually bow down before him. They are more respect. Now, even Genesis chapter 17, verse 3, it was said that Abraham, when he saw God in his face, not his manifestation, he bowed down. Now, also we read again from Lot, this is when talking about the angels, how they present before the angels. Now, when Lot saw the angels, there are 2 angels who came down. When Lot saw the angels, it was reported in St. Genesis, God saw the angels, he bowed down before the angels, the 2 angels. It's a symbol of respect. That's Genesis chapter 24, verse 26. Now, move also in the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 26, 27. It was reported that the people of Israel, when they realized they were through the Passover, after the Passover, they bow down in worship. This is when we talk about worship now. They bow down. And also, we look again from Psalm chapter 72 verse 6, also Psalm chapter 95 verse 6, and Psalm 70 verse 9, we reported that the people, they bow down in worship, and they prostrated. This is when the word bow down is used in the Bible. Now we move further again, where it was used in the Bible. We go to Isaiah chapter 6 verse 23. I want to be very concise here. That's why there are many verses, plethora of verses concerning bowing and the prostration. Now look at Isaiah 66 verse 23, which was confirmed later on by Apostle Paul in the book of Romans, chapter 14, verse 11, when he says, God prophesied that a time will come, all men shall bow down before the Lord, and their knees on their ground. They shall all bow down before the Lord. So that is exactly, so bowing down is either you worship God or through obedience. Depends on your intention, the actions from your heart. Are you doing it to praise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Or are you doing it to what? To obey and respect and honor someone? So that is the act of worship in Islam. So we do not say that when you bow down you are doing polytheism, shirk in Arabic, or you are doing something else. Rather, you are worshiping Allah when you are doing it for the sake of God, or you are obeying your elders. Like that was done by what? Joseph's brother, or by Judas' brother, or by Lot's, which is Luth, when he bowed down for the angels, or by what? Abraham, or by Moses. Was reported Moses also bowed down to his father-in-law. It was reported in Exodus that he bowed down before his father-in-law. Exodus chapter 18. So we look at all these verses in the Bible talking about bowing down. This is well known. That is the part of life among the Christians. Thank you very much. So we come back next to talk about the actions. Why do we wash our hand in prayer? This is after bowing down. Discussed and talking about how we wash our hands and feet in prayer. It's also found in the Bible. Thank you very much. My name is Sadiq on this platform, of Islam.